Yo, what's up everyone, it's Gaurab and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever been curious about the world of hacking, like how those tech wizards break into systems, or maybe you've heard about ethical hackers and how they're actually the good guys, then you're in the right place. We're diving deep into the world of ethical hacking, and trust me, this isn't some surface level stuff. This is your ultimate guide, whether you're a complete beginner or you've already dabbled in cybersecurity. We're talking about the skills you need, the resources you can use to learn, and even how to get started hacking legally. Yeah, you heard that right. Legally. So buckle up, grab your favorite drink, and let's unravel the mysteries of ethical hacking together. This is going to be fun. Let's get started. Have you ever wondered how hackers break into systems? Or how ethical hackers use their skills to protect companies from cyber threats? If you're interested in cybersecurity and want to get started with ethical hacking, this video is for you. Today, I'll show you the exact roadmap to becoming an ethical hacker, from beginner to pro. Let's dive in. Alright, before we get our hands dirty and start talking about hacking techniques, let's take a step back and understand the foundation. What exactly is ethical hacking? You might be thinking, isn't all hacking bad? Well, that's where the ethical part comes in. Imagine this. You're a company, and you've built this incredible website or software. You've poured your heart and soul into it, but there's one problem. You're not sure if it's completely secure. That's where ethical hackers come in. These are the good guys, the cybersecurity superheroes who use their skills to find vulnerabilities in systems before the bad guys, the malicious hackers, can exploit them. Think of it like this. Ethical hackers are like those quality assurance testers who find and report bugs in video games before they're released to the public. They're essentially playing the game from the perspective of a potential attacker, trying to find any weaknesses or loopholes that could be exploited. And the best part is, companies actually hire ethical hackers to do this. They understand the importance of having an outsider's perspective, someone who can think like a hacker and identify vulnerabilities that they might have missed. It's like having your own personal cybersecurity team on call, ready to find and fix any security flaws before they become major problems. Now you might be wondering, what's the difference between ethical hackers and those other hackers we always hear about in the news? Well, the key difference boils down to one word: permission. Ethical hackers have the explicit permission of the system owner to try and break in. They're not doing anything illegal. They're actually helping to make the system more secure. Alright, so you're ready to dive into the exciting world of ethical hacking? That's awesome. But before you start hacking into anything, let's talk about the essential skills you need to master. Think of these as your hacker toolkit, the foundation upon which you'll build your cybersecurity empire. Let's break them down one by one. First up, we have networking fundamentals. This is like learning the language of computers. You need to understand how networks work, how data is transmitted between devices, and the different protocols involved. Think TCP/IP, ports, DNS, firewalls, all those acronyms you might have heard of but weren't quite sure what they meant. Don't worry, we'll delve deeper into these in future videos. Next, we have Linux basics. Now, Linux might sound intimidating if you're used to Windows or Mac OS, but trust me, it's a hacker's best friend. Most hacking tools are designed to run on Linux, and it gives you a level of control and flexibility that other operating systems just can't match. Start by getting familiar with distributions like Kali Linux or Parrot OS, which come preloaded with a ton of hacking tools. Then we have programming. You don't need to be a coding wizard, but having a basic understanding of programming languages like Python, Bash, and JavaScript will give you a significant edge. You'll be able to write your own scripts, automate tasks, and even develop your own hacking tools. Now let's talk about web and system security. This is where things start to get really interesting. You'll learn about different types of vulnerabilities that exist in web applications and operating systems and how hackers exploit them. We're talking SQL injection, XSS, buffer overflow, remote code execution, RCE, all those scary-sounding attacks that you've probably heard about. And finally, we have penetration testing. This is the bread and butter of ethical hacking. Chapter 3. Best resources for learning ethical hacking for free. Alright, so we've covered the essential skills you need to become an ethical hacker. But now the big question is, where do you actually learn all this stuff? Well, the good news is, you don't need to empty your wallet to access some of the best ethical hacking resources out there. In fact, there are tons of amazing free resources available online that can take you from a complete beginner to a seasoned cybersecurity professional. Let's start with websites. One platform that's super popular in the ethical hacking community is Hack the Box. It's a gamified learning platform where you can test your skills against virtual machines and real-world scenarios. It's challenging, engaging, and a lot of fun. Plus, it's a great way to get practical experience and build your confidence. Another fantastic website is TryHackMe. They offer a more structured learning path with interactive labs, challenges, and even virtual labs where you can practice your hacking skills in a safe environment. And the best part is, they have a free tier that gives you access to a ton of content. And then there's Over the Wire. This one's a bit more old school, but it's still a valuable resource for learning the fundamentals of security concepts and exploiting vulnerabilities. They have a series of war games, each with a different security challenge that you need to solve to progress. But hey, maybe you're more of a visual learner and prefer watching videos. Well, YouTube has got you covered. There are some incredible cybersecurity YouTubers out there who create high-quality content that's both informative and entertaining. Some of my personal favorites include Live Overflow, The Cyber Mentor, and John Hammond. Live Overflow is a legend in the cybersecurity community. He dives deep into complex vulnerabilities, reverse engineering, and exploit development. His videos are super technical, but he explains things in a way that even beginners can understand. The Cyber Mentor is another great channel that offers a more structured approach to learning ethical hacking. He has complete courses on penetration testing, web application security, and more. And if you're looking for something a bit more lighthearted, but still informative, check out John Hammond. He breaks down complex security concepts in a fun and engaging way, and often walks through real-world hacking challenges. Chapter 4. How to start hacking legally. Alright, so you've learned about ethical hacking, you're familiar with the essential skills, and you've even checked out some of the amazing free resources available. Now, you're probably itching to get your hands dirty and start hacking, right? Well, hold your horses for a second. Before you start poking around any systems, it's crucial to make sure you're doing everything legally and ethically. Remember, the key difference between an ethical hacker and a malicious hacker is permission. So, how do you start hacking legally? It's actually easier than you might think. Here's a step-by-step guide to get you started on the right track. Step 1. Set up your hacking lab. The first thing you need is a safe and controlled environment where you can practice your hacking skills without the risk of breaking any laws or causing any harm. This is where a hacking lab comes in. You can set up your own hacking lab on your computer by installing a virtual machine and running a Linux distribution like Kali Linux. This will give you a dedicated environment where you can install hacking tools and practice your skills without affecting your main operating system. If you're not comfortable setting up your own lab, you can always use a cloud-based lab environment like TryHackMe. They provide pre-configured virtual machines with all the necessary tools and software, so you can jump right into hacking challenges. Step 2. Start with Capture the Flag, CTF, challenges. CTF competitions are a fun and engaging way to test your hacking skills and learn new techniques. These competitions present you with a series of security challenges where you need to find flags, which are usually hidden pieces of text, to earn points. There are tons of online CTF platforms available, ranging from beginner-friendly to incredibly challenging. Some popular platforms include Hack the Box, TryHackMe, and VulnHub. Step 3. Dive into bug bounty programs. So there you have it, guys. That's your crash course into the world of ethical hacking. We've covered a lot of ground, from understanding what ethical hacking is all about to the essential skills you need, the best resources for learning, and even how to start hacking legally. Remember, becoming an ethical hacker takes time, dedication, and a lot of practice. Don't get discouraged if you don't become a hacking prodigy overnight. Start with the basics, build a strong foundation, and gradually work your way up to more advanced concepts. The most important thing is to never stop learning. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more hacking content, and comment below which hacking skill you want to master next.